The Rangers came out firing last night, defeating the two-time defending Stanley Cup champs Tampa Bay Lightning 6-2 at the Garden. To help us break down how the Blueshirts did it and how this series could go is SNY contributor Anthony McCarron. Anthony, please help me break this down because we got two of the best goalies in hockey. I'm sure the bookies thought it was going to be a low-scoring game. So were you surprised the Rangers were able to get the best out of Vasilevsky in Game 1?
Yeah, based on the quality of goaltender, yeah, I could never have predicted that it would be that high scoring on the Rangers' end. But I'm less surprised coming off of their last two games in the Carolina series because if you recall, they were sort of smothered early on in that series, and some of their stars might have had moments on offense, but certainly nothing consistent during the series. And then they kind of broke out late in that series. Carolina was the best defense in the NHL during the regular season, but the Rangers really got going against them. So I thought that, once they started rolling in Game 1 against Tampa, it was a little more believable, and I think they're soaring with confidence now too.
All right, they're soaring with that confidence because I'm guessing that they have the momentum on their side. They just came out of a Game 7 win versus the Hurricanes. So Vasilevsky gave up 6 goals. Was it an off night for him? Did the Tampa Bay Lightning have too much of a rest? Or are the Rangers not getting enough respect in this matchup?
I think it's a bouillabaisse of all of those things combined because, look, he had to have an off night to let in 6 goals, right? Because he is, even Igor Shesterkin calls Vasilevsky the best goalie in the world, which tells you something about his skill level. And then Tampa did look a little bit sluggish. In fact, Gerard Gallant even mentioned that after the game with their 9-day layoff that they looked a little like they were a little rusty. And, that's always the thing in these series, right? Is it rest? Is it rust? Who knows? And the play is the one that gets it out there. And certainly Tampa's play in Game 1 makes it look more like rust for now. We'll see if that holds.
I'll tell you who has no rust on them, and that's the kid line. They're clicking right now, and they scored 2 goals last night. What's working for them right now?
Well, to me, supreme confidence. Philip Hedl looks like a different player. He's now got 5 goals in his last 3 games, 7 overall for the playoffs, and we're talking about a guy who scored 8 during the entire regular season. He looks like a new player, super confident, just driving the puck, getting open, all of this stuff. And I thought they were very creative in Game 1, too. Kakko with a great assist from the side of the net, and Lafreniere is a wonderful player as well. If you're a Ranger fan and you look at that, and particularly a possession late in the second period with about 5 minutes left, where it seemed like they spent about 3 hours in their offensive zone, chance after chance, and they finally converted on a Hedl goal. But you look at that as a Ranger fan, and you have to think, whatever happens in these playoffs, wow, something special is growing there. And it starts with Hedl, his maturation, and the rest of that line blossoming.
All right, Game 1 is in the books. It's time to look ahead to Game 2 because Tampa Bay is 15-0 in postseason games after a loss, and that dates back to the 2020 playoffs. How do you see Game 2 going down?
Well, there's no way that Tampa will be flat in that game. They've gotten their skates wet, so to speak, in this one, and so I think they're going to be a little bit more prepared. The Rangers may not be able to surprise them with buzzing around and swarming on offense the way they did in Game 1. But look, the Rangers are really hot right now, and they have the benefit of knowing that Shesterkin is back there, so if there's a mistake, he can make a save. He made several tremendous saves in Game 1, which is pretty much the par for the course, and that had the fans at the Garden chanting, Igor's better, Igor's better. And first, in Game 1, he certainly was. And going forward, he is a huge key to this series. If he has another good game, that's a good thing for the Rangers in Game 2.
You could hear the chants through the TV. I watched the game at my apartment. You could hear the fans at the Garden chanting that. Just the momentum and the energy is going crazy right now. I can't wait for Game 2. And Game 2 is going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Anthony, thanks for joining us, and thanks for your time.
Oh, thanks for having me.